Hello guys, my name is Francesco Bartolotta, on Instagram Bartograpper, and she's Bianca. And today I would like to show a back take from Turtle, and it's a rolling back take. This back take exploits a rule, which is the rule of the chin to the chest. Every time you can force somebody's chin to their chest, you can make them roll, because that will put pressure on the back of the neck. And you can see this rule being exploited in other technique, like for example, darts from Turtle, where they crunch their opponent's chin to the chest of their opponent, so that it will put pressure on the neck and push them on the floor. Okay. You can also see this rule being exploited from Turtle with one hook inside, and they use an off Nelson to again crunch their chin to their chest and make them roll over so they can insert the other hook. Now, the technique that I want to show is a rolling back take, and it will be a technique from Turtle without hooks inside. So she's gonna be on Turtle, and I'm gonna have my seatbelt. Now, we are going to bring the chin to the chest with our shoulder. Do so without going with your head over to get your shoulder behind the head. Because if you do so, you will not have a good grip and you will fall on the floor. Instead, have a very tight seatbelt. Make sure that your chest is always connected to the back of your opponent. And just move your shoulder. Your shoulder is very mobile. Just move it on the back of the head and bring your chin in between the neck and the shoulder to make your wedge, which is the seatbelt, much tighter. Once you're ready now, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to roll over my back. And by doing so, two things happen. My shoulder will roll into the head of my opponent, creating this neck extension, or the chin to the chest. And my back rolling will create kinetic energy that will be transferred on the neck of my opponent, forcing her to roll. Now, make sure that when your opponent is rolling, your legs are spread, because by doing so, your opponent will fall exactly onto your lap. Whilst if you keep your legs closed, your opponent will fall on top of your legs, and that will pin your legs on the floor. It will make it easier for your opponent to put their back on the floor and escape the back take. So I'm going to show it again, and you can see that as she's rolling over, my legs will be spread, waiting for her to fall into my lap, and then put my hooks inside. Now, there is two ways of doing this technique. The way I just showed is a dynamic way, and it's the one that I usually use more in competition and in sparring. But there is also a more methodical one that I usually use when my opponent is very hard to roll, for example, like wrestlers. It has happened that I roll with wrestlers and I couldn't turn them over with this technique, so I had to do it the most methodical way. And there's just a little different, there's just a few differences. The first difference is that my head is going to be on the floor, and the second difference is that I'm going to be on my toes so that my hip will be higher in the sky, and when I roll, I can create more kinetic energy that will go through her neck. So, I'm gonna have my seatbelt, I'm gonna bring my shoulder behind the head of my opponent, and my head will slide through and will go on the floor, and I will tripod on my toes. Now I have to make sure I'm very tight here. Now, I have to create angle, so what I will do, I will move 2 steps to the right so that my shoulder will start digging inside behind the head. And from here, I go on one leg, all my weight is through my right toes and my head, and I will fall into a bridge, and that will create enough kinetic force to make it roll over. Again, keep your legs spread so that you're ready to put the hooks inside, and you can start choking your opponent. One more time. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned from it. If you like the video, please subscribe and leave a like on the video. More videos to come.